am here from Snips Happen with a collection from Silver and Sparkles, and it is called Winter Cottage Green Sweet Holiday Magic. There is a pink version of this also. I'm not sure of the name. I'll drop it on the screen when I do my edits to let you know what that one is, but I'm working with the green one for Christmas in July. It is Silver S&S Christmas in July 26. I will drop it on the screen, the hashtag, so that you can follow along too. Yep, a little late to the game because it's almost halfway through the month, but it's better late than never, one would say, right? So let's get to this kit so you can see what it is. We have some ephemera clusters here. We have some squares here, perfect for clusters. We have some large tags with some bows. We have some journaling cards. Paper. Gingham. We have some ledger. We have some gingerbread houses in the wintertime with some snow cakes. Hopefully you can see that. What do we got here? Upside down. We got some journaling cards that can be mini notebooks. We have some, I would say they're stamps. That's what I would call them, stamps. This is a page that can be folded in half. It could be cut up into journaling cards. We have another page of lines. My brain ain't working. Words ain't coming. Snowflakes. Gingerbread men. Some more ledger. We are going to go baking with this one. You know, Tara, get your act together. We're gonna go baking. These gingerbread men are gonna go baking some cakes. Get in some mischief. When I say gingerbread men, you know what it reminds me of? Shrek. I don't know why, but it reminds me of Shrek. Yep, my brain just goes to Shrek because there's gingerbread men in Shrek. Some more little pieces of ephemera. This could be a page. It can also be cut out and used for a page edger, or it could be cut out as little ephemera pieces. Many things. Pockets. Another page. This reminds me of the candy cane or the lollipop that they use in the North Pole when from Tim Allen's The Santa Claus. That's what that reminds me of. We have some labels. If these labels are too big, you can shrink them down and do them to a page. Trick, hack, whatever you want to call it. We have some more ledger. We have a page that is perfect for journaling. We have a gingerbread recipe, and then we have a blank page where you can put your favorite recipe over here. Mine would be peanut butter cookies because I don't like gingerbread cookies. Fun fact. We have some more journaling cards. I think we already seen this page. I think my printer went on an Alfredo. We have some more page borders. We have some little tiny ephemera tags and all that fun stuff. We have some more little bits and bobs. And then we have our labels and our stamps and our fun stuff. And then we have some more tags in the silverish colors. And then I think my printer went on the Alfredos again because I think I've seen that page before. So yeah, we have some extra pages in here. So what am I gonna do with this? I don't know. But for right now, I am going to go to some pages. We're gonna go to the pages. We're gonna take that out. We're gonna take this. We're gonna make something fun. We're gonna take out some of these pages. You want these pages? We're gonna move those out of the way. Then we are going to take this right here, fold it down the middle, like so. Right? And then I'm going to get the I want this ledger paper, and I want something this will go good with the ledger paper. And let's take this out of the way at the moment. Up here like that. I gotta get my glue. Looks like I'm moving in slow-mo. I didn't print double-sided. As you know, I never print double-sided. So we're gonna put some glue on this to make her double-sided. And we're going to take this, we're going to match it up corner to corner, just like so. There we go. This is how we do double-sided around here. Because I never know what I'm going to make, so this is how I do it, where it's double-sided. And then I'm going to take it and I'm going to fold it in half, like so. You got it folded in half. I just take this and smooth it out like that. This is where the fun stuff comes in. It's going to knock your socks off. We're going to then open this up like this, and then I'm going to bring up this. Grab my, I don't know where my other stylus is, so we're just gonna use this one. I'm gonna go, I'm gonna go about 3/4 of an inch. Yep, we're gonna go right through the recipe. But you know what? It'll be okay. Do you know why it's going to be okay? I'll show you why it's going to be okay. One, we have other recipes in the kit that we can fix it. Well, we don't really need to fix it because you'll see in a second. What we're going to do is this. You're still going to see the recipe because it's going to lay flat on the page, so you'll still see it. Now, you have one huge decision to make, and hopefully you can make this decision, because if you can't make this decision, then I don't know what to tell you, because it's a very important decision. You can glue it so you don't have a pocket, or you can not glue it and have a pocket. I am going to not glue it and have a pocket and show you what it'll look like with a pocket. That's the only decision you have to make, making this. Yep. It's the only decision. Hopefully you made the same decision I did and made it a pocket. But if you didn't and you just glued it together, then you do you, I'll do me, and we will still be friends. I'm sure of it. This will go right into your signature after it's glued together. I have made them many times, and they do go in your signature. And then what you do is you take this little flappy flap, and you take some glue. You don't have to drive straight, which I appreciate. You find the crease of your paper, and then you do that. You gotta make sure you find the crease of your paper. And then you match it up, just like that, and then you fold it down. Just like that. Ooh. And you flip it over, just like so. See, we have that little lip there. And we do the exact same thing. And you remember how I said I really wasn't worried about the recipe, where we were going to score through the recipe? I will show you why. Because this lays like this lays like this, and guess what? You still see the whole recipe on the page on both sides. If the recipe wasn't there, I would have cut, you know, I would have cut it. But the recipe is there, so I didn't cut it. So now that we have that fancy, you know, interactive piece in said paper, we're gonna take and make it even more interactive. Okay. So I'm gonna take this here. Oh, you can't even see me. I need to get my butt in gear here and make it so you can see me. I'm gonna take this like so, right? Hold it like this. Oh, there's gingerbread on both sides. I want this to go here, like that. Being that I don't print double-sided, I'm going to take this and I'm going to glue this like so, like this. Close it off. Okay. And then this is going to come in and it'll fold in. You just got to make sure that when we put it on, it might have to go on full, come in and go onto the front. So yep, we're gonna have to have it so it goes onto the front. That's fine. That is fine. So I'm gonna open it up like that. I'm going to just get my it is grid washi, and I like the grid washi because it tells me where to put it. That's the nice thing about grid washi. Yep. And of course this one's kind of neutral, so that's a 2-for deal. And then I can use this little thing right here. Go. Yes, we are a little over. That's fine. That's fine and dandy. That's fine and dandy. And then we're gonna make sure we're not upside down. And we're gonna take this piece right here, and we're gonna line it up. And we're gonna make sure that there's just a little gap in there for flippage, so that when we fold it over, but it's gonna flip this way, of course, right? It's gonna flip that way. And then we're gonna take another piece of washi because we want to make sure that we are sturdy, and we're going to match it up right here like this. Just like this. And I know I have to cut it off, so I just gotta grab my scissors, grab them right here, like that, just like that, and we'll grab it just like this. There we go. And then this will fold over the top like so. So now we have this piece that will go into our signature for sure will go in our signature, and it opens like this, right? So it'll sew in here, and we have this flip, and then we have that. Now how about that for interaction, right? Weedy. This is the part we want. I'm gonna grab my cutter so that I cut this straight because I want it as a belly band. If I don't cut it straight, I won't be able to have it as a belly band, and it'll be all cattywampus, and we don't want that. And not if it's a belly band, we don't want it cattywampus. So we're gonna cut that one, and we're gonna cut this one because we want it as a belly band. And then do that so it's out of the way, and we can put, I'm gonna fold it in half so it'll strengthen it up for us to make it a stronger belly band. Yep, because we're gonna want it stronger. There we go, just like that. But I don't think I want it on the seam, do we? Yeah, we do want it on there. We want it on there, like that. So we're gonna do it like so. I'm gonna glue it up. And then we will glue this down like we're supposed to. Well, it's not going to really be a belly band anymore. It's going to turn into a side tuck because I don't know a belly band from a side tuck today. But anyways. We have that. And then we're gonna do it again, and we're gonna put it over here like so. Yep, just like that. Oh, if I did not mention, I am a design team member for Silver and Sparkles. This kit can be purchased in her Etsy shop. Links for everything will be down below, and I would appreciate it so much that if you purchase from her, that you mention my name in the notes. My name is Tara. If you forget Tara, but you remember snips happen when you purchase and you mention snips or snips happen or anything like that of the sorts in the notes, she will know that you saw this video and that I was the one that sent you over. And my gingerbreads are upside down, but hey, it happens. It happens. Alrighty, what are we gonna, well, yeah, they will fit. Alright, I'm gonna go cut these out and cut out other couple pieces of ephemera so that we can decorate it up, and I'll be back with you to decorate. Okay, so I took and cut out some of the large tags and the journaling cards, and I just stuck them here. I put one up in the large pocket that I had right here, And I did the same thing over here. I have cut out these little pieces here, and I thought what we could do together was make ourselves a little cluster right here with the ephemera pieces to show you how to use some of the ephemera pieces here on the front of it. And it's okay to cover up some of the gingerbread. It is okay. I'm going to turn that like that, even though it says do not open till December 25th. It's okay for them to be sideways. But what I think I'm going to do is move that gingerbread from there and put that like that, and put gingerbread kisses like that. So we have this sort of cluster right there. And that I'm going to leave just like that, and we are going to glue that there on the front for decoration. So we're going to pull, that's how I lay my clusters out before I glue them. So we're going to glue this bottom one on. I just picked pieces from the ephemera that was on all the different pages to make this. So this is going to go here. Of course, when you put these things back on, they don't always go back in the same spot that you had them, but that is okay, because sometimes they turn out better the second time around than they do the first time around when you do them. So there's also that part that I want that snowflake to show a little bit. So we have that. So we have to put this piece in now, right here, like so. And then we're going to put this piece here, because we want that to be before we put that bigger piece in. Like that. So we have our snowflake. And we're going to bring this in like this. And oh, we got to slide that over like that. And gingerbread kisses goes right here. Like so. So this will cover that gingerbread like that, and then this one comes in, will tilt just a little bit, but I think what I want to do is, before I glue that down, is I want to do that. Yeah, random washi, why not? I'm good for that too. Random washi. We'll just put a little washi there. Why not? And then after we glue this down, I will show you what we made. Because that's what we do around here, is we show what we made. Yep. Sure do. Okay. So we made this little interactive piece that there is nothing here. This is all for journaling space. When you put it in the journal, it flips open like this, and then you have this pocket here, this flips right here, you have this journaling spot, or this for journaling, and then you have this that comes out. You can also journal behind that, and then you have all of this for journaling. This all can go into a signature. You would sew it in here and into a signature, or you can sew it here for a signature, wherever you want to. Or you can even glue this piece down on a page, and this whole thing is all interactive. But again, this is for Silver and Sparkles Design Team Project. It is for the July Christmas Challenge. The hashtag will be on the screen. If you want to pick up this kit, there's two versions of it. There's a pink version, there's a green version. Titles for them will be linked down below with the links, all the good stuff. You know what you want to do. If you want to continue along, you know where to find all of the buttons, and I will see you in the next one. Paper hugs!